I did move all my shit back down to the monitor just in case. I just gotta figure out how to stop the stretch. I wonder if I spread linebackers in 3-4 and then set them on a quarterback contain, if that will do it. That's what I did for yours. I seen on the video today too that one of the things Madden added that they were proud of is that you can like live, like, you know, in 2K, how you can like watch the game like without playing it. You can set the CPU. I feel like that's not a really big thing to give us. No. He logged into this. He hasn't got ready yet though. I'm not the same where he said give him 3 minutes. I really may have to pick the Browns in our league. The thing that worries me is you said Myles Garrett just got a bunch of money. So that kind of sucks. But then again, I most likely would have just signed him to a bunch of money anyways. No. I remember at the end of this Madden though he didn't. Where's all this going down at? Oh, it's a DM. Okay. I was gonna say I haven't seen it in the chats or anything. Yeah, I mean, we just have to have proof. It's really hard to do something when you can't see exactly what was going on. Do you have any clue what game it was? Yep, Colts and Titans. Coach User's new too, isn't he? Just seeing the Broncos return for the touchdown. Nah, it was a squib kick, and his player, like, it looks like bobbled it a little bit, but nah, he just like ran left. There was a huge hole, and nobody ever touched him. He didn't juke anybody or anything. Like, yeah, with 3 seconds left, down by 2. Yeah, that's some Madden giving you some stuff that. This AJ Patrick guy, mine, man, his rookie year he did amazing, and ever since then he just hasn't been the same. His name's AJ, yeah, and he was my first ever pick I ever did, and he was a good one. But yeah, he hasn't never been the same since that rookie season. He's like a 97 overall.
And you'll arrive as we have at MetLife Stadium at East Rutherford, New Jersey. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between our visitors and the New York Jets.
So my light, it doesn't do white, or it does a white, but it doesn't look white, and it doesn't do black. It's just like I don't know, it's a weird tint and color.
And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34.
Yeah, not a bad one. I just seen at the bottom, Jack still undefeated.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down.
He does pretty good with the
quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping,
Seahawks.
those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Yeah, he beat me with the Seahawks. I played him twice with him being the Colts.
The last run good for 2.
I mean, it's not his fault, but he's just not good with the Colts. Phillip Rivers isn't the answer for him.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard.
Damn it.
And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
There's
Some
a
of the
hole.
most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there,
Yeah,
that's
that was
a big
that touchdown written all over it. Just couldn't get to it.
Yeah, they'll look to avoid
Nah,
an
it's
early
Pollard.
3 and out here on 3rd and 4. They'll look to throw. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 44-yard line.
I probably didn't have the
He's a
possession
rookie,
catch
and you
it,
don't want
but
to get hung
that
up on
tight
the
end,
word
other tight
potential.
end doesn't
But when you
have the
see him make
greatest
catches like
catching
that, you
abilities.
keep thinking to
They're more
yourself,
blocky.
he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
Now they try the right side here. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
Now this will be caught. Tyrell Williams. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game.
Yeah, I have
but
no
it's so
chance
important
at
to
running
tackle
with
well
this
on
guy.
these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
And this is off the left upright. And it comes back. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. So distance not the
that
issue
lane
there.
was like majorly like pushing that way. That sucks.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he
Hit
hit
it
it square,
about
too.
as well as I
Sometimes
wanted
you
to.
can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
So run up the middle.
On 2nd down, it's
Shit,
Bell.
the pre.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Shit. Get off. There we go.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. Found
Bullshit.
his target, it's Anderson. And he gets this inside
in the
the
right player.
35-yard line. A 3rd down gain of 19. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. 25, check 25, check 25. Switch.
From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line.
I gotta stop this
Well, so
pass.
many
He
times
likes
we
to
look at
run
a
and
short
don't
run
already
and we
against the
praise
run.
the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. He's going to let it go deep for the... He rifles one that's intercepted.
Oh, come on,
Able to get
fucker.
there and pick it. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver
sucks.
lining is that since this is so far down the field,
man, now I'm
and there
all
wasn't a
pinned
big
back
run back
and shit.
associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
I'm so happy I picked it off, but I
The
needed
Raider
some
offense
yards.
set to get this drive started. And Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But
I had a
they
juke
would be
when I
wild
shouldn't
card
have had a
team.
juke.
And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really
But
seeking.
he played it
But there
right. I
also
should
isn't
have
much
just
margin for
kept
error for this
going.
team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in
I
the
guess
water
that could
behind
be
them.
true.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation.
Yeah.
That's almost a tendency breaker.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first
How
down.
did that guy catch you?
And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20.
I feel like Flash is
Tackled by
rusty.
Jordan Willis.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid game. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Bravo! Hey, rock it, rock it.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Ready? 70, Indy. Hey, echo. Here we go. 43's the mic. 43's
2nd and 5.
Damn it.
And a big
That slow
loss
ass
here
throw
as he's
animation.
taken down. Jordan Willis has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He's
Oh,
got
get
him
that
in,
shit,
complete.
Boykins.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A
I
big
just got
play
bailed
that
the
time
fuck
for the
out.
Raiders. 44 yards.
I got bailed the fuck out. That's what happened.
So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've
No,
got
he
it 1st
definitely
and
got
10.
it.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down.
Damn, I should have went
Not
left
quite
on
the
that one.
success
That's
they
a
had
terrible
last
read on my
play. This
part.
one goes for 3 yards.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Oh,
They try to throw
Drop
on
that
2nd
one.
down, but this one is incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
43's the mic. Defense.
He'll look to throw.
Good
There he
shit.
goes, left
Flash, that's why I
side.
signed you.
Touchdown. A big play there with his 16th touchdown of the year as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point by Gay is up and good.
Yeah, for
and that
real.
makes the score 7-0.
It was so fucked up of me to use him against you. I should have benched him
After
that
the
game.
touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
Yep.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
You're going to do what I did last year and have a
New
great
York
second half to
offense
put it
taking
back
over for
together.
their next possession. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And he stopped immediately there. Tackle made there by Frank Clark.
That's it, baby.
And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their
I'm talking
job
about
is, and
average. I
really,
wouldn't
a
say
lot of the
good.
time
I
they have
wouldn't
to
say
throttle
great.
back
You
a
know,
little bit
bad.
in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Oh, yeah.
On second down now, it's Bell.
Shit. He just got me with Bell.
And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Darnold completes to Bell. It'll
See,
be a
my
gain
running
of
back
6,
would already been
and that'll
out
make it
because he's
second
tired.
down.
Le'Veon
He's already
stays
proven
out
to be a
there.
factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch
I
it
read that
with
too.
equal
That's just
proficiency.
too slow getting
Darnold
to it.
throwing
Oh,
complete to Crowder.
are you kidding me?
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Jamison Crowder, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they are now
That was like the
on
slowest
board here
juke
in the
move
first
ever, but it
half.
worked.
And that is the definition of yards after catch. They go short on the pass, and the receiver does the rest.
Seems so harmless, doesn't it? To throw it underneath, a short pass like that. But boy, it gets dangerous in the hands of the right receiver as he makes a move and takes it the distance.
Oh, okay.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be
Probably
a
not
touchback
too many
as that
people
sails
want
over
them.
the
Next
end
year they
line.
should be good, though. But they'll have good pass rushers with Chase Young and Sweat. Oh, for sure. You need, I don't know about Dwayne Haskins. You probably need a running
The
back.
Raider
You
offense
lost your
set to
best
get this
offensive
drive
lineman.
started, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they get
Yeah, I
to the
think
end
he's
zone.
for the
And just think of
49ers
what
now.
it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive.
Yeah.
When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
All day, dog. Ready?
First down, and it's Pollard again. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage.
yeah.
The leverage by the offensive line to
he
create
got fucked
space
up.
up front, really well done.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Four down. Alert. Check 31. Check 31. Leo.
2nd and 1. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is caught at the 20. Over 30 yards there. And first downs on 3 consecutive plays now.
But we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw
did what he
these
was
beautiful
supposed to.
plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
Yeah, I can't
So
be
a
mad
big
at
play
that
as
catch.
it
He
gets
just had
them all
2
the way
really
down to
nice
the
big
20 now
catches.
for 1st and 10. Run for Pollard. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
All day. All day.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Second quarter action with 1:59
I just get so
remaining.
nervous to throw the ball. Like right here, I'm honestly contemplating running it just so I know I get 3.
And we remind you, coming up at the
That's how
half,
I've been
we'll
winning
join
games. It's just
Charles,
making sure I get points
the
instead of
coach,
forcing
Jonathan
turnovers.
Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in
Oh
progress
shit, it worked.
as well. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get
That's
that one
my
in.
X Factor running back that I never use. I literally have 3 running backs that are fucking pretty amazing.
6 points.
Touchdown. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And
That was
makes
him
the
right
score
there.
14-7.
That was probably the longest run I've ever ran with him, because like last year I gave him the ball all the time with him and Josh Jacobs, and
Yeah, and he'll
I
get it up
averaged like
across
3
the
yards
20
per carry.
to the 21-yard line.
He's a good receiving back, but I just don't ever throw to my fucking running backs, because his X Factors are all to do with receiving.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. A first down throw, Darnold.
Give me that
And now
shit.
this is
That's me.
intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 40. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half
for real.
interceptions.
It's
I mean, in the replay, you have to watch the
because it
replay. It
happens
straight
so
shows a
rarely.
face mask.
You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right?
My
The
one play
running
ain't
play
working.
here on first down is going to go
Shit.
nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
It's also, what did I just run? So whatever I just, either he was in the
So now we have
defense
to
that gives him
contend with
the
second and 13
extra
after
stuff,
the
or I
first down
ran
run
something
goes
that gives his
backwards.
defense the bonus.
It's our time.
I don't know how it works.
Hey, Haywood. Hey, check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. Bandit. Bandit.
Yeah, when you game plan, when you're doing your weekly training, like, that's why sometimes, like, when you're picking a play, it'll be like, this is part of the game plan.
Second and 13.
Give me
His
that.
throw caught right around the 6. And he is
Because this
in.
whole fucking
Touchdown,
team is
Raiders.
superstars and
A
X
great
Factors.
play there. His second touchdown of the game, 17th on the year.
That's flash.
And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. It's good, and it is
Getting in
now
a wrestling match with them
21-7.
cats. How old are they?
Following
so
the
they're still
touchdown,
kittens.
here's Gay to kick it away. This will be taken in
And
at
so
the
you can
1.
always find some free
And
cuts.
he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
That's cool.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds into half, and see if
Say
you can
that
come
one
up with a
more
strategy
time.
to play
Hissy,
better in
is that the
second,
one of the
but
dog's names?
There's also something to challenge
Or
your
is that the
offense
cat's
right here.
name?
You know, hey guys, you help
Is it
dig
the
this
cat
hole.
that lives with them?
See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half
Okay,
runs
because
out.
I've
Let's
seen
go
this
make some
show.
plays.
I didn't remember her name. Yeah, it's not bad. Yeah, it's not bad. Oh shit, I didn't get to pick a play. Shit, I hope
4
I'm in a
yards
good
on
one.
that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Go Mike 50. Mike 50. I got wide. I got wide.
Darnold now to throw. Caught here by Bell. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 10 yards is the pickup. Good enough for a Jet first down.
I don't know why this guy isn't calling timeouts.
So we've reached halftime with the visiting Raiders out in front. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report.
See, like,
Coach.
And seeing that, like, I'm doing all right this game, but I don't feel comfortable whatsoever.
Here in quarter number 3.
If it was like 35-7, yeah. Well, I just don't even have faith in myself. Spotted 14 not to lose this half.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half.
I'm just happy I got my user blurred. I feel like you and James got me to do that where I've been playing linebacker up mud.
I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than it is there. But this is
I fucking read that one perfect too, but my fast-ass linebacker couldn't keep up. If I would have been Patrick Willis, I would have got that.
A lot of them script to start the second half too, and they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back
exactly
into this
that's
game.
where he was
We'll see
going.
if that script is a good one for him.
I mean, the only downfall is, I guess, they're most of the time a lot better than the linebacker you would use in franchise. But then still, like, I mean, my linebacker is good enough. I would use him in MUT. He's fast enough and all that.
Now it's Darnold.
Give me that.
And he's going to be intercepted a
James,
third time.
that was for you.
Picked off at the 45. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. First possession of the third quarter and interception.
I wasn't quite fast enough. Like, it definitely is different because any other time I feel like he's so fucking fast, but where I've been using MUT players, he's slow.
Instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
You better be afraid of me. You hey, box cut.
Here's the 2nd and 7.
Nope. I'm
And
gonna
this
do him
is
dirty.
caught. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there. There to make the grab. And the Raiders take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in.
Did I seen him bring the safety over right as I snapped it.
Pull away a little bit, get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to keep that in mind though, because Boykins in one-on-one coverage, he's a beast.
No matter what, with his first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
This will be taken in at the 1.
I seen where they changed in this Madden too, that Madden coming up, that like if your wide receiver has really good release and you're playing a linebacker or a cornerback that doesn't have like good press, that they're going to beat them like in real life. Because you know sometimes you can just press now and fucking either get it stays about the same.
4 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up
I got
1st
blocked.
and 10. And he's brought down, geting this one up to about the 35.
That safety that just tackled him, he's so fucking awesome too. His tackle is like 96. His hit power is like 90 something.
Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before
Yeah, I
they
don't know
actually
who that
open.
is.
I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell.
All out,
And he
pretty
will
much
lose
blitz,
yardage
and he
here to the
actually ran it.
31-yard line. Yikes, a 4-yard
Outside of
loss
2
really sets
outside
them back now for
runs,
second down.
my defense has been eating his offensive line
They
alive.
got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
They have games where they play really good, and then games where they just
Throwing on
struggle.
2nd and 14. Darnold looking deep down.
That
and his
shit,
pass
too.
is intercepted for the 4th time today.
What? Oh, it was
Picked
a
off
user,
by
but not
Carl
a lurk.
Joseph. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme?
It looked like they were going to let me get up, but
and
I don't know if somebody touches me.
They've got them frustrated right now.
Yeah, I don't know.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. There have been no struggles here for this crew. I mean, they were up double digits at halftime, and they just expanded that here in the second half.
And it appears there are no answers from the defensive side. I think right now, if I'm the coordinator, if I'm down on the field, if I'm wearing a hat, I've already thrown it. If it's a visor, it's sailed, right? My game plan is down by my feet right now because nothing I've drawn up appears to be working.
Well, he's going to have to find something right now to stop this offense.
Watch tight end. 3 down. Take 4 down.
Here's 2nd and 8. He's airing it out for Williams. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And touchdown. Tyrell Williams. His third
I don't know what happened to his user on that one.
And the Raiders able to extend that advantage.
Yeah, because as you were saying that, I was like, I'm about to throw an interception.
Is up and good. And the
you're like,
decision
you passed
to just
him.
kick the extra point winds up successful.
Yeah, that's when I got to cut it off, right? Yeah. The only reason I'm even throwing right now is I don't want it to be like he ran the ball all game. I'd been happy that possession just running.
This will be taken in at the 1.
But
and he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard
is it 28 or 21? Oh, see, I thought it was 28. If they do say something legit, thought it was 20. Because 21 is still a decently close game. If I start taking my foot off and then he scores, and then all of a sudden now it's a 2-possession game.
Well, those changes aren't working, so
Where,
now where do you go?
I think that now it's
then it takes like 1 interception, boom, now it's 7. At 28, I completely understand. If you blow a 28-point lead, it's kind of on you. I mean, you can blow a 21-point lead in a matter of minutes. But yeah, legit, I thought it was 28.
At this point. Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
Yeah, no, I don't want to get in trouble, because literally I'm not trying to break any rules.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
And I'm not even a Florida boy. I feel like I've lived here long. Yeah, I feel like I've lived here long enough that.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line.
Fuck yeah, and I live at a crazy
there, and it's 2nd down. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of
like
runs.
Legit, you've seen it or heard about it?
Darnold completes
oh shit, I thought you were telling me you witnessed this. When I first moved here, I used to play basketball at this like I don't know, park or whatever, and there was signs up that was like don't molest the alligators, and I'm like, who the fuck is molesting alligators? But then I looked up the definition of molest, and it doesn't mean it's like a sexual thing.
And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct.
I mean, I'm from West Virginia. There was like a lot of bestiality going on and shit. Normally with like fucking cows and horses and shit like that.
And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
Not too many offenses want to turn down.
One of the first porns I seen my friends showed me when I was like 10 was a fucking horse fucking this lady. Yep, it was.
Darnold from the gun.
Gotta pick that, bud. I was going to trade you Bud at one point, too. I'm kind of glad I didn't.
Another pick. Now 4th down.
Yeah, it should have been.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Now they snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That's a good chunk of yardage.
Yeah,
It's going to be
it was.
canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now
I
it
figured
doesn't
that
go
was
on
the
the
only thing it
books,
possibly
but
could
now they have
be.
to make that up again, don't they?
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down.
I don't know really what the like guess play, like I guess pass, what that actually does for me.
Hey, 50 the mic, 50 the mic. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football.
I really hope this guy doesn't.
And that is
Like,
gonna
I
do
understand
it
running that
for
out,
this
but he was
third
the one that
quarter
had
of
an
action.
issue with
And
like
that'll do it for the end of
running
the
the clock,
second
the play
quarter.
clock all the way down,
This
even
is
when the
the
clock was
NFL,
stopped
it's
and
on
everything
EA
like that.
Sports.
You think James is going to jump back on Mutt tonight? Okay. Yeah, I am. I think my son fell asleep. I'll probably just check on him, just to make sure he's good to go, and then
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
50, 50's the mic.
And here we go on 4th. Darnold. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Maurice Hurst. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard
I was already
line.
mentioning him. I was throwing shout-outs to him. You gotta tell him I was user lurking at people for him.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
didn't get a pick
We find
six,
ourselves
though.
Here in the midst of a
Didn't get any pick
one-sided
sixes,
affair.
but-
A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food
Yeah,
because
if I'd had
that's
some
something that you
speed,
and
I would have
really
had a
enjoy
few more
sharing.
picks,
We
and then
enjoy our time
also
at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but
a
in all
touchdown.
seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard.
That's
to
just how
parse
Madden
who's
is,
gonna
though.
win
You
the
know how it
MVP.
is.
Yeah,
like
it
once you
really
like
is.
kind of
It's gonna
go
be a runner,
up,
is it
you
gonna be a
just
thrower?
the momentum
Can a
stays
defender
with
finally
you.
win it this
This game
season?
could have went
Those
either
are the
way.
things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance
well,
as you
the-
could have hoped
but
for on both sides of the
The
football.
only reason I'm winning is because I was able to stop. Oh
Loose
shit!
football.
Sonic
The
just
ball
fumbled.
comes out,
He's
and it's
going.
scooped up by the Jets. And a huge
I
return
caught it.
as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
That's what I was
It's
gonna
nice
say.
to give
Once
them
I stopped
credit, isn't
Le'Veon
it?
Bell,
Because so many
and then he had
times
to
it's
start
more a
throwing,
matter
that
of
really hurt
what
him.
the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't
Damn,
secure the
man, I
ball,
can't
didn't
believe
cover
Sonic
up.
fumbled.
In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made
Yeah.
a big play.
You got nothing in there. You got that?
So following the fumble recovery, here's Darnold. Got his man complete over
No,
the
I
middle.
haven't. I've
It's
ran it
Ramirez.
okay, but
And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Here goes that. 54. Mike, 54. Now watch run. Check.
Now Bell. Now Bell
Oh,
hit.
shit.
He lost the football.
He just lost
and
the
the Raiders pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
my ball back.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what
I'm
we've
gonna give
seen
the ball
all
back
game
to
with them,
Sonic,
isn't
'cause I
it?
feel like he
Down
owes me
this
one
big in
for
the
sure
plays.
now.
An afternoon to forget, absolutely.
That was the Apollo Crews that
The
hit
Raider
him.
offense set to get this drive started. And Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale it. And he loses
And
the football
he
a
fumbled
second
again.
time. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
Sonic, what the
I
fuck?
don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the
Should
ball,
I start
man.
chewing clock, or do I need to message him and have him approve it? Okay.
Now a handoff here to his running back.
Holy
And oh my
fuck,
goodness,
Sonic
he
just
loses
fumbled
it
3
again.
straight plays
And
in a
it's
row.
scooped up by the Jets. And they will set up shop with outstanding field position in the red zone at the 17-yard line.
Yeah. He's definitely not getting the ball anymore this game.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
They'll run it with Bell.
Damn, safety just drilled his ass, but he didn't fumble.
And he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
I think he's chewing clocks, so should I be allowed now?
On 3rd down, here's Bell.
Oh shit. I think I just gave up the first down.
He is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Give him 9 on the pickup, but they're still a few inches short now.
I'm gonna make sure he is in this place so I know.
A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th. They'll run it with Bell, and he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. They only get a hard-fought yard, but that's all they needed. It pays off the decision to go for it, 1st and goal.
Defense has played well.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
I miss getting high. I'm going to have to save up a little money and get a little bit.
Shot
so when I play with him, we can be out together.
2nd and goal now. Bell. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6.
Games like more
interesting.
Down
play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone.
Is it the 2-minute warning yet?
Here comes 3rd and goal.
Did you see how it ran it, but it ran it down 1 second extra? Why didn't it stop at 2 minutes? That don't make any sense.
Here's Bell. And this effort won't be
you know what I mean? Like that makes Madden just being fucking dumb.
4 yards that gets him close to the goal line, but it also brings up a 4th and goal. And here just playing for pride at this point. Down big, but they'll go for it on 4th and goal. Here's Bell. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line.
I feel like I played well this game, so maybe.
And the Raiders hang tough down near the goal line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time. And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. They were blowouts. In none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why did you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out.
Jesus, man. Why you put the asshole on him like that, mate?
I don't know. It's them using lurks, man. I got him twice.
Yeah, bro. Them music's nasty, bro. Got some niggas slog on it.
One more play, and we're good.
Gonna give this time to the tailback.
He didn't fumble that time. All right. Yeah, that was the last play.
After giving up back-to-back first downs. That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Do you know exactly which one that you're getting? So like do you already have a car that you're looking at?
Happy. It's a victory for our visitors, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout. Yeah.